As wrestling evolves and morphs and changes, there's going to be people, I think, in this Netflix era of WWE, just as one example, who are going to say, this isn't for me anymore. And I just kind of want to remind anybody who's ever felt that way about wrestling, there are so many delicious flavors of wrestling waiting for you to discover. Don't imagine that just because what the industry leader is making, or when any of the corporate level players, WWE, AEW, New Japan, what they are making and their subsidiaries are making, like NXT and ROH, that doesn't mean there isn't wrestling out there for you. If the wrestling you're watching, it makes you mad, right, or it leaves you feeling despondent or disillusioned, I'd go try another flavor. Not everybody needs to keep scooping out of the vanilla barrel at Baskin-Robbins. Guys, there's other flavors to try.
Absolutely. You just made me hungry. Let's talk about your evolution real quick, because I have this picture. I started digging a little bit on your social media, but I saw this picture, man, of when you first started to now. Can you talk about your evolution as a wrestler from this picture in 1994? You look like a very innocent yet mischievous kid. You know what I mean?
That's pretty spot on.
And your transition to now, man, can you talk about your growth, your personal growth as a wrestler?
Absolutely. As I mentioned, coming in without a coach or a mentor of any kind started me off on a real rough path. I had to learn everything kind of on the job. And I know there were generations of wrestlers in one of the previous eras, right? We're in the social media era now. But if you came up even before the cable TV era, like the territory era guys, or the guys who came before them in the carnival era, a lot of them learned it all in the ring. It was on the job training. It's not like we have now where you go to a training center and someone teaches you the craft from a curriculum. It was you get in the ring and somebody punches you in the face and you figure it out real fast. But in those early days, and even after those early days, I had to make a lot of the mistakes myself. I had to screw things up a whole lot. I learned the lessons mostly the hard way to get to where I'm at. And coming in with, to be plain about it, no real training whatsoever, gave me a deep appreciation now for how desperately we need good training. Because I think back on all the stuff that I had to swim through back in those days. If I'd only had a trainer, if I'd only had a coach, I probably could have come a lot closer to achieving my ultimate career goal, which was